Hey guys, my name is Em and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because it is a 24-hour readathon. I always love a 24-hour readathon, and this one's even more exciting because it is a themed 24-hour readathon. So as I'm sure you can see from the title and the thumbnail of this video, I am going to be attempting to read the entire Cruel Prince trilogy in 24 hours. I may be a little bit mad for trying to attempt this. Honestly, I have no idea why I decided to do this, but trying to read an entire series in 24 hours just sounds like such a fun challenge. And I was going to attempt it with the Ember in the Ashes series, which I will potentially do at another time. However, I just don't think I have enough time this weekend to read the entire Ember in the Ashes quartet. They're very big books, but if this video does well and you guys do like this type of video of me trying to read a series in 24 hours, be sure to let me know down in the comments and I might do the Ember in the Ashes one very soon. But for today, I'm going to be reading the Cruel Prince trilogy in 24 hours. I'm so excited. I'm also doing this readathon with my best friend Lucy from Library of Lucy. I will link her down in the description box. I'm very excited to see how we both get on. This is not actually my first time reading this series. I did read this series back in like 2018 I think, or 2019, and I remember really loving them, but I read them before I had like a booktube channel, and this series has a lot of hype, so I'm very interested to see upon my reread, will I like them as much as I did before, or will I like them more than I did before? Because like now I appreciate like tropes, and Carden is literally like Booktok's favorite boyfriend, so I'm very excited to read this trilogy. Also, I don't really remember a whole lot that happens in it, to be quite honest. Like I remember like the basic like setting that they're in fairy and everything like that, but I actually really don't remember most of what happens throughout this series. Also, this vlog will be completely spoiler free, don't worry about it. There will be no spoilers here, but I'm very excited to attempt to read this in 24 hours. It is almost 1 p.m. and we're not starting this readathon until about 5 or 6 this evening, but I wanted to do this intro right now while there was still daylight outside. So I will come back to you when the readathon is about to begin, but I'm very excited to read this trilogy. I feel like though it is ambitious to read an entire trilogy in 24 hours, I feel like it is doable with these books because they're not exceptionally long. The first one is the longest one, and also if I remember correctly, they are very fast reads and they're not too difficult to get through. So I'm very excited to try and read this. Also, me and Lucy are going to be attempting to stay up all night. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but we are going to attempt to stay up all night as well for this 24-hour readathon. We're putting everything into it really. But yeah, that is it for this intro. Welcome to the vlog. I hope you enjoy. I hope that I actually manage to read this trilogy in 24 hours. I will come back to you when the readathon begins. But yeah, welcome. Besties, it is now just 7 p.m. and we're about to start the readathon. Since I last spoke to you, I went into town and I got my nails taken off. They were the nails that I got with Soph when she was over at Halloween, so they lasted a long time. It is officially readathon time. I am so excited. I'm just about to FaceTime Lucy and I'm going to start with the Cruel Prince. I'm really interested to see if I like it as much as I remember. I think I will though. I think that it's one of those ones that just never get old, and I'm so excited to get into this. Okay, let's go. Besties, hour 1 update. I've been reading for 1 hour and 1 minute. I'm using a stopwatch for like tracking how long each book takes me and like how much I'm actually reading for, but I've also got a timer for 24 hours that I'm not like stopping and starting because I am keeping this readathon within a 24-hour time frame. But I also wanted to do like the stopwatch just to see like how long each book was taking me and everything. But yeah, hour 1 has been successful. I am currently on chapter 10, which is page 79. I'm loving this this book again so much, even though like I remember reading this book. Like I didn't remember a lot of the details, and it's not feeling like repetitive or anything to read, because typically I don't actually reread books, so I was kind of worried that like I would like remember too much of it and I wouldn't want to continue reading, but that definitely hasn't happened. And I think it's because it's been so long since I read this book that like I don't actually remember what's going on and like the timeline of stuff and everything like that. It's currently 8:20 in the evening, and I think I'm gonna take a break just for a little while. I don't really want to take a break, but I have a couple of things to do before my mom gets home from work, and I kind of want to have them done so that I can sit down for the rest of the evening. So once I'm done doing those jobs, I'm going to paint my nails, and then I'm going to continue reading. I might even make myself a coffee or a hot chocolate, I'm not sure which. I'll get Lucy to help me decide which one, because we're on FaceTime. I love when me and Lucy do readathons together, because we literally just stay on FaceTime the whole time, and it is the most productive thing ever and the most comforting thing ever, because like you're just doing a readathon with your best friend and it's like we're in the same place even though we're not. I also do kind of want to wrap some Christmas gifts this evening, because I haven't wrapped any of my presents yet, and Christmas is literally next week. Like next Saturday is Christmas Eve, so I think I should probably wrap some gifts as well. I did look on Audible earlier to see if there was an audiobook for The Cruel Prince, but there isn't, which is really unusual because there is one for The Wicked King. So maybe I won't wrap my gifts until I'm on The Wicked King so that I can listen to the audiobook of that. I'm not sure though, because I kind of prefer reading physically. I don't really get the same enjoyment from audiobooks, so maybe I'll just take a break and wrap some presents, but we'll see. I'm very excited. I'm having a blast so far, and this is Lucy's first time reading this series, so I'm gonna get to see her reactions and everything for the first time, and I'm very, very excited for that. But yeah, that is what I'm gonna do. I'll come back to you when I continue reading The Cruel Prince. But yeah, like 80 pages in an hour is fairly good, you know. If I kept that up, I might be able to finish this book tonight. That's my goal. It's my goal to finish this book tonight, because I want to move on to The Wicked King before I go to bed. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but we're going to try. We're going to see how it goes. Okay, it is now 10 p.m. and I've not read anything since the last time I spoke to you, but I did do my dishes, I did mop my floors, and I did paint my nails. I went for like this really deep red color. It's giving Christmas, and I'm loving that. So right now I'm going to make myself a hot chocolate, and then I'm going to continue reading. I just really need to finish The Cruel Prince tonight. If I don't finish The Cruel Prince tonight, I'm going to be way behind schedule for tomorrow. So we're gonna make a hot chocolate, we're gonna get cozy, and then we're gonna continue reading The Cruel Prince. Let's go. Okay, it is time for another reading update. I feel like every time I come to update, I'm looking slightly more exhausted, but it's now 11:15 in the evening and I've just reached page 140 of The Cruel Prince. I am going through this book so slowly. Like I feel like I need to just make so much more progress than I'm making, because I want to finish it before I go to sleep, but like I'm getting so sleepy and I have eyeliner all under my eye. Great. But yeah, I'm on page 140. I'm just gonna keep reading as much as I can. I don't know how many updates I will do here and there. I'm still on FaceTime with Lucy. I may relocate to my room in a while, but I know that if I get into my bed, I'm gonna fall asleep. And like I don't understand why I'm so tired at 11 p.m. when like usually I stay up until like 2 a.m. every single night, and it's like, why now when I have something to do? Am I tired? I've forgotten literally everything about it from the first time that I read it, so it's like I'm reading it for the first time, because I just remember like disliking certain characters and liking certain characters, but I did not remember why. And now the why is becoming more apparent, why I don't like Taryn and some other characters. So yeah, that is my update for right now. I'm gonna keep reading and hopefully I will make some decent progress before I go to bed. Oh my god, I got to the page. He hates how much he loves her. We love to see it, truly. Okay, Misty has joined the party now. But I just wanted to say, Taryn is a bad sister. Like, the amount of times that she is like leaving Jude to deal with like these bullies, and it's not like just bullies. It's like people who are literally like want to kill her. Like they want her dead. And she's just leaving her. No, so true. Literally cover my face. What am I even saying? No, do it again, please. No, but yeah, Taryn is just a bad sister. Like, if any of my sisters needed my assistance, do you think I'd just run away to save myself? Probably would, to be fair, but like, no. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Taryn is a little bitch. Okay, let's go. Good morning. Oh my god, I look like I've been dragged through a bush backwards. Okay, it is now Sunday morning. It is 8 o'clock in the morning and it was so hard to get out of bed this morning because my bed is so warm and comfy and it's not too warm when you get out of the bed. To be fair, I think my mum did light the fire before she went to work, so it's gonna be warm when I go into the living room. Anyways, I'm ready for another day filled with reading. I stayed up until like 2 a.m. last night. I didn't end up filming another reading update before I went to bed because I was so frustrated. I just got to the stage in the book where I was like, I don't even want to continue reading this book, let alone the whole series. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to sleep, gonna see how I feel in the morning, and if I don't want to continue the readathon, that's fine. I was just so tired and like burnt out from reading like literally like 200 pages in one sitting basically. I'm refreshed now and I'm ready to get back to reading. So yeah, I'm gonna go make myself a coffee. I'm going to go snuggle up on the couch, maybe put on a booktube video, maybe put on like an ASMR room or even a Christmas movie in the background, and then I'm going to continue The Cruel Prince. As soon as I finish The Cruel Prince, I feel like I'm going to be so motivated to continue with this series and this readathon and stuff. So I just need to finish The Cruel Prince. That's what I need to do. Also, me and Lucy were like texting each other because we're doing this readathon together. She went to bed at 1, I went to bed at 2, but she said that she was going to set her alarm for 3 a.m. and get up at 3 a.m. and I was like, Lucy, babe, there's no way that you're going to get up at 3 a.m. like, I'm sorry, but once you're asleep, like you're not going to wake up at 3 a.m. She did not wake up at 3 a.m. and then she was like, I'm going to wake up at 5. I'm sorry for calling you out, Lucy, but you did also not wake up at 5. Now, neither did I, but like I never promised that I did, so you know. She sent me multiple messages saying, wake up, bitch. Thank you, Lucy, I did tell you to wake me up. And then she said, get up. If you get up and make a coffee and read, it'll be the coziest morning ever. And that's the one that convinced me. So I'm like, you know what, Lucy, thank you. You know, you're a hype woman, thank you. We're on like more or less the same page. I made it to chapter 20, which is page like 220 or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna update you when I have the largest mug of coffee in my hands that I can find. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm in my living room. I did not realize how dark it was. I'm gonna plug in the Christmas tree. Yes, it is 8 o'clock in the morning, but Christmas is literally next week. Like, today's Sunday, Christmas is next Sunday. And when you're watching this, Christmas is probably over, so enjoy the pre-Christmas vibes if you want to. I'm gonna plug in my tree and make it all comfy cozy in here. Are we ready? Okay, it is now 10:10 in the morning and I've kind of just started reading like 15-20 minutes ago, and I just got up to like book 2 or like part 2 of this book. I just read the coronation scene. I forgot how violent that scene was and how like batshit crazy that scene was. When I was reading it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that this happened. Like, that's the most dramatic scene in the whole series, I think. I feel like this book, I'm kind of like, I'm not really loving it. I'm liking it, don't get me wrong, but because I've read so many more books now than I had when I read this for the first time, I'm kind of noticing how not special it is, which is kind of mean, but like also true. Also, everyone hypes up the romance in this series like it is the most prevalent thing in the world. There is kind of no romance in this series. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, people paint this book as like the best enemies to lovers. The books aren't even about the romance. Like, I have to say, I did even notice that the first time I read it, and now I'm definitely gonna notice it because I've read so many different like actual fantasy romance books and romance books. The romance is like a minor subplot at best. Like, there's not much. But yeah, I'm on page 246. There's like 370 pages. I'm gonna read for another little while and then I'm going to wrap some presents. Okay, it is now 10:45 and me and Lucy have decided to take a little break from the readathon because we were both getting just like a little bit fed up with reading, and I'm gonna wrap some Christmas presents and I'm really excited. My love language is gift giving. Like, I just love giving people gifts, and I love getting people like gifts like specifically tailored to them, and like when I find something that I know the other person is gonna love, I'm just so happy. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, and I have Home Alone 4 ready to start on the TV. Number 1 and 2 are obviously my favorites. Number 3 doesn't exist to me. I really don't like that one. And then number 4 is actually really good. It used to be my favorite. Now 1 and 2 are my favorite, but like 4 solid third. Like it's really good. I was gonna say that like, oh, I can't show you what I got for people, but I kind of can, because I'm pretty sure this vlog is going up after Christmas, so I can show you a couple of the things that I got for people. I'm specifically gonna show you my sister's presents because I'm so happy with the presents that I got them, because I just know they're gonna love them so much. So for my youngest sister, she's 4, I got her Elsa's boots. Like literally Elsa's boots. I am so happy with this because I know she's gonna love them so much because she loves Frozen, and I think that these are just so cute. And honestly, if they had these in my size, like I would rock these Elsa boots. I'm not gonna lie, I would rock them. And then what I got for my other sister, who is 8, I got her this Sanderson Sisters costume. These are both from the Disney store, by the way. I got her this Sanderson Sisters costume, and again, she's gonna love this so much because she loves Hocus Pocus. And yeah, I am just so happy with the presents that I got for them because I know they're gonna be happy with them. But yeah, all you got out of that is that I am the best big sister ever. Now I'm gonna go wrap some presents. I am going to watch Home Alone 4, and I will come back to you when I have more things to say. It's now 4 p.m. and I'm still reading The Cruel Prince. I just don't want to read this book. Like I literally just do not want to read this book. Like I'm really trying to finish it, and then I read a couple pages and I'm like, okay, I'm done with this book. But I've still got so much left. This has been an absolute failure of a 24-hour readathon. Like I am gonna finish it. Don't worry, I'm not gonna end this vlog until I finish this book. The way I thought that I would read all 3 of these in 24 hours, that just did not happen. I'm on page 266, so I still have like over 100 pages to go. I am just completely fed up with this book. I'm sorry, but it is not as good as I remember. Like it's not bad or anything. It's not bad, but like there has not been an ounce of romance in this book, and I'm like nearly 300 pages in. Like this is not a romance book. Like I don't know what the Booktok girlies are talking about, like Jude and Carden being like this amazing like couple. They're nothing. Like I'm sorry, the potential is so there for them. Like they could be that couple, but like they're not, because there's no romance in these books. But yeah, it is after 4 p.m. I have been listening to music on Alexa to try and like motivate me to read. I went through some Christmas FM, then I went through some Lana Del Rey, and now I'm listening to Gracie Abrams. I love Gracie Abrams with my entire soul. I was listening to Rocklands. This is so irrelevant, but I'm just procrastinating because I do not want to read this book. Lucy is almost finished. I think she had like 20 pages left. So one of us succeeded, one of us did not, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Let's go try and finish this book. Let's go. Hi besties. Okay, I am coming on here to end out this video and to give you a final reading wrap up. This readathon was not as successful as I thought it was going to be. I started out and I thought I was going to read the entire Cruel Prince trilogy in 24 hours. Also notice how every single one of these books is a different edition. Like this is the small paperback, this is the hardback, and this is the like large paperback. I thought that I was going to read this entire trilogy in 24 hours. I didn't even get to start the second and the third book. I think honestly it's not that I didn't have time, it's that I got so frustrated reading the same story for so long, and the thought of like having to read like 2 more books about the same thing just made me like not want to read anything. So yeah, that was kind of unsuccessful. I did however manage to finish The Cruel Prince. I finished it last night. The last 100 pages was literally the hardest 100 pages that I've had to get through because I just did not want to read, and it's not because the book was bad. Like the book is really good, but I just had reached the stage where I was like, this readathon is not going how I wanted it to go. I know that I'm not going to attempt the second and third, so I just want to be finished with this. And also I think what it is that like I was expecting like more of an enemies to lovers romance, and there just really is no romance in this book. Like I have to say there's nothing. I'm giving it like a 4-star / 3.5 star. I'm not really sure. I do think that it is a decent book. Some of the characters are very irritating. I did like the ending. I'd forgotten actually how it ended, and I really liked the ending. I probably will continue with the reread of the second and the third book at some stage, but just not in a 24-hour period, because I realized that I can't really read like so much of the same story in one go. That's just not something that I am able to do. I don't know if I'm going to be attempting another series 24-hour readathon. Maybe I will, I don't know. Maybe it was just the fact that I'd already read this series and I'm not a big rereader. So maybe if I pick like a new series that I have not read before, I might attempt this 24-hour readathon again. Let me know down in the comments if you have any series recommendations. But yeah, I had fun this weekend. My reading did not go exactly how I wanted it to go, but I still had a really great time, and I FaceTimed with Lucy a lot. I wrapped some Christmas presents, I watched some Christmas movies. I just had like a really festive, cozy weekend, and I did read an entire book in 24 hours. So even though it was not the aim of this video, I did still manage to read another book, and that's always good. So yeah, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched to the end, comment some Christmas emojis. I don't know if it's going to be after Christmas when you're watching this, but comment some Christmas emojis nonetheless. As you can see from my jumper, I'm feeling very festive because it is officially Christmas week. I can't believe it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay amazing, stay kind. Happy Christmas and Happy New Year, and I will see you in the next one. Bye besties!